Welcome to another episode of Abyss to Zinc. I'm your host, the future Hall of Famer, Scotty B. I'm going to bring Mr. August Andrew. No reason why he's printing August. It's March, but fuck March. We're skipping right to August. Oh, I said the F word in the first 15 seconds, but it doesn't count. I have the intro too, so we're good. All right, we are rolling today, people. Before we start the podcast, the debate podcast, I've actually had a couple interesting interactions on the internet with people arguing pro wrestling, and I mentioned some, and for some reason, they just vanish into thin air. I don't hear from them again. I don't know what it is.
Must be a coincidence.
It must be a coincidence because Diarrhea Dwayne and stuff. I mean, that's such a cool promo that you sent me last night at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
it's just fucking awful, man. But anyway, if someone wants to come on and debate Diarrhea Dwayne and why it's cool, hey, you're more than welcome to. We will not take personal attacks. We'll respect you. We'll have questions, but again, none of you will. You guys have no balls. That's a personal attack, but it's the truth. So, with that being said, Andrew, let them know about the contest we have going on also.
Yes. As soon as we hit 100 subscribers.
And we're stuck at 75. We're right at 75.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you on a big screen. There you go.
As soon as we hit 100 subs, we're going to do a draw out of all of the subscribers that we'll have. One lucky winner will win a 3-month paid subscription to YouTube Premium. So if you want that subscription, there's 25 spots left. Just create 25 email addresses. And
no, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You can't do that. You actually can't do that. YouTube won't allow it. They figure it out with IPs and stuff. But YouTube Premium is a great time. It is really good. And the good thing with YouTube Premium you don't get is you get the music with it also. And YouTube music is actually not bad. If you're a big music fan, like if you have a certain band you really love, like I'm a big Guns N' Roses fan, they have tons and tons of concerts on there. And they don't have that on YouTube. Like they have a bunch of old like Guns N' Roses concerts that are like remixed, like they're bootlegs. And I'm a big fan. So I'm letting you know, like that's a big part of it. That comes with YouTube Premium.
Yeah, so. I used to listen to YouTube Premium music while I was out doing my Pokemon stuff, but it would just eat up so much of my battery I had to stop.
Yeah, well, you have an iPhone. That's the reason why. So there's no need to talk about that. Anyway, Abyss to Zinc. We are doing November 11th, Remembrance Day, 1990. Andrew, what are you doing on Remembrance Day 1990? Are you remembering people or are you just sleeping in?
Well, I'm off school.
Well, it's a Sunday.
Yep. So I'm definitely off school.
You're probably off on Monday, too, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Usually the way it went is if the holiday was a Saturday, you would get Friday off. If it was Sunday, you get Monday. At this point, I'm just itching for Christmas. It's right around the corner. And I did have a question for you. And I think we should do this going forward. You were what, like 58, 59 around this time?
62. Yeah.
62-year-old Scott, who's your favorite wrestler in November 11, 1990?
Oh, man, it's tough. Maybe Savage. Yeah, because I'm not a Hogan guy anymore. Hogan's kind of getting a little stale for me at this point. This is a rough point for me in wrestling. I'm watching, but I'm like, oh, I'm fighting through it, man. Like it's not the best. I mean, it's not the best. It's a downtime right now, so I'm still watching, but I'm not like loving it. I'm just kind of like doing it out of habit almost. You know what I mean? So, and for me in this date time frame, it's November 1990. I'm 12. Just watching TV, watching wrestling Saturday, playing wrestling figures, stuff like that. And yeah, so there we go. So let's get into the champions. Who is the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion?
My favorite wrestler at this time, the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, the Anabolic Warrior, as Dave Meltzer would like to call him. Who's the Intercontinental title champion?
Is it Henning?
Oh, so what, Eric? Henning wins it pretty quick after. Who's the tag champions?
Hart Foundation?
Yeah. WCW champion?
Sting.
Man who just retired. And who Pat McAfee was a fan of this match and made it clear on Raw. And I heard that they weren't too happy about that comment.
No, Michael Cole change the subject pretty quickly. It's like
Yeah,
as soon as Pat McAfee says that was an awesome match last night, and then Cole's like, yeah, he goes for the arm drag into
yeah.
the
Like he's looking at him. You better shut the fuck up. U.S. champion
Stan Hansen.
Stan the Lariat Hansen. That is correct. Tag team champions.
Is it the Steiners?
You always pick them. It's always Doom. Yeah.
Damn.
U.S. tag team champions.
Is this the Steiners?
It is, yes. Tag or TV champion.
Is it Arn Anderson?
It is Double A. Arnie Anderson. You know, I had an ex girlfriend with him initially used to call her Double A. She never got it. So, hey, call me Double A for. I'm like, don't worry about it.
What's your
Like,
favorite kind of batteries?
yeah, it's like I used to call her Double A. Look, it's Double A. She's like, what? What are you talking about? Double A. I'm like, that's your first name starts with A, your last name ends with an A, so you're Double A. All right, birthdays. Let me go to the right format. There we go. Birthdays. We have Katrina. She turned a grand total of 10 years old on this day. Okay, we have her. And we have Katie Lee Birchall, also turned 10 years old this day. And there we are. So let's get into the match. This match is Tom Zenk versus JW Storm. And JW Storm was like he might have done a few steroids in his time. I could be crazy, but I'm going to bring up the slideshow, and he looks a little big.
Well, you know what his name was in Portland, don't you?
Cyrus off Trailer Park Boys looks like him too, but go ahead.
He was the big juicer.
Makes sense. There's old Tommy Zenk. We have Missy Hyatt and Jim Ross on commentary, which
Not
is
my
a very
favorite.
random. Missy Hyatt's awful. This guy JW Storm, his offense is weak, man. It is like really, really weak. He was undefeated coming into the match, and Tom Zenk actually wins the TV title the next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's not really well, it's not a squash match because like this guy gets a upper hand on Tom for a bit, so he must have been doing something right. He was undefeated coming into the match, so I mean, your basic stuff, arm bar punches, really weak forearms by JW Storm. There he is there after being DQ for throwing Tom Zenk over the top rope.
You know, I
And not understand.
remember he had a match at Halloween Havoc 90 that year. I want
Oh,
to say
really?
I think it was against Brad Armstrong, and it didn't make the Turner Home video version.
Mhm.
And I remember when we got the award-winning WWE Network, I was excited to see stuff like Harley Race and Hawk
Yeah.
Koo and Harley Race and Tommy Rich at
Tom
Great
Rich, a
American
great
Bash
American Mass.
90.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Was
just
he
like
excited to see JW Storm against Brad Armstrong?
I was, and they had the Turner Home Entertainment version on the
Oh,
network.
really? Really? Yeah. JW Storm, I don't think he was there too long.
No,
He
he
wasn't
wasn't.
that, he wasn't that good.
He went to WF shortly thereafter. I remember, I think he was a heel.
Well, he would only be playing a heel. He looks like a heel.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Sorry. He looks like a Cyrus on Trailer Park Boys. He reminds me of and anyone that doesn't know Trailer Park Boys, that's a Canadian show. That's a big cool thing here. But I think a lot of you know what it is because it's very popular in the United States.
it is.
It's very popular on Netflix. So I don't know. The match was it was all right. I mean, I give it 1 star maybe. Like nothing special. It's like it wasn't even really a squash match. It was almost like JD Storm was squashing Zinc and then just threw him over the top rope. It's like, what are you fucking doing? Like, why you throw him over the top rope for? You have him in a position to beat him, and you throw him over the top rope.
He's like Dean Malenko, doesn't know the rules.
You know, it's fucking. God, what was that one? What they do?
It
They had a
was
weird match in '99.
it was his last ever match in WCW because it was at Sold Out 2000.
Yeah.
Uh, it was
What was the gimmick match again? It was a gimmick. Couldn't
yeah,
go to the outside. You'd be DQ if you went to the outside.
yeah, and he slid underneath the ropes like a minute into the match, and the referee's like, "Oh shit,
Fuck.
match is over."
I watched that pay per view live actually, and I don't remember that. I mean, I know what happened because I heard about it actually last week. I was watching a video about it, but it's like, fuck, man, what a clusterfuck that was. So yeah, what did you think of the match, Andrew?
It existed.
Yeah.
JW Storm's forearms were awful.
Oh my god, they were horrible, absolutely horrible.
Like it reminded me of back in Nitro in Buffalo when the Buffalo Bills, led by Jim Kelly, were beating up Macho Man outside, and You know how like non-wrestlers when they think that what wrestlers will do, like they just
Oh yeah,
barely
the
touch
tap, the
them.
tap, the tap of the
Yeah,
elbow. Let's just really get that point going real good, and tap it a couple of times, get it going real
it's like
good.
with Shiki, you gotta load the boot.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't there. Okay, let's get into sports, and guess what we get to do for like the first time ever? I think NFL,
Okay.
because NFL's on this day. So here's some of the games. This is November 11th, 1990. I'm going to give you the game, and I'll get predict it, and I'll tell you the record of the team after.
Okay. Well,
Miami
no,
Dolphins.
no, because I want to be able to guess the who's the best team in the league.
Okay, fine then. Okay, Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets.
I'm gonna say 23-14 for Miami.
17-3 Miami. Okay, where are we at here? Atlanta Falcons at the Chicago Bears.
16-12 for the Bears.
30-24 Bears. Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots.
I'm gonna say 30-27 for the Colts.
13-10 Colts. Your Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions.
44-6 for Minnesota.
17-7 Minnesota. Rich Gannon was your quarterback in 1990.
Gannon the Cannon.
The Phoenix Cardinals at the Buffalo Bills.
Let's go 22-16 for Buffalo.
45-14 Buffalo. They beat the shit out of them. Seattle Seahawks at the Kansas City Chiefs. Right there, everybody.
They're in Kansas City?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 6-0 for Kansas City.
17-16 Seattle. You know what the famous part about this game was? It's a very famous thing. Derek Thomas had 7 sacks in this game. He was going for 8, and he missed the quarterback, and they threw it deep in the end zone in the game. He had 7 sacks in one game. I wasn't watching football at that point, but that's like a famous thing in Kansas City. Like they all talk about it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints.
You know, before we go on to that, Derek Thomas was referenced in a Hank Williams Jr. song. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cross on the Highway. It's. Did he die in a car accident?
Well, he got in a car accident, got paralyzed, and then he died a few weeks later. So yeah, that's what did it. He was driving to the NFC Championship game like 100 miles an hour and flipped his car over and killed everybody else in the car. So yeah. Anyway, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's that?
Oh, what was the game?
They were going. He was going. They were trying to get. To
No. The game.
This one, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints.
Somebody has to win. I'm gonna say 20-10 for New Orleans.
35-7 New Orleans. New York Giants at the LA Rams.
37-3 for the Giants.
31-7 Giants. Denver Broncos at the San Diego Chargers.
24-18 for Denver.
19-7 San Diego. Green Bay Packers at the LA Raiders.
19-9 for the Raiders.
29-16 Green Bay. San Francisco. This is a Sunday night game. What a fucking Sunday night game this is. Hold on a second. Yeah, it is. Okay. San Francisco Giants at the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go 30-25 for the 49ers.
24-6 49ers. Okay. And the Monday night game won't go into that because it's not the day we're at. What is the best team? There's technically 2 of them, but they do have it by differential. So there is one. So what's the best team in the NFL?
Is it the 49ers?
Giants 9-0. 49ers are also 9-0, but the difference is the Giants get it.
More touchdowns or something, more points.
Yeah. Who is the worst team in the NFL?
Is it Tampa?
New England Patriots 1-8. They've lost 7 in a row, so they won their first game and lost the rest. All right, NBA. Charlotte Hornets at the Chicago Bulls. Blank there for a second.
Let's go 123 to 108 for Chicago.
105-86 Chicago. Philadelphia 76ers at the Cleveland Cavaliers.
113 to 111 for Philly.
104-88 Cleveland. Atlanta Hawks at the LA Clippers.
Let's go 100 to 91 for Atlanta.
112-94 Atlanta. Indiana Pacers at the Miami Heat.
115 to 96 for Pacers.
120-105 Miami. Boston Celtics at the New Jersey Nets.
136 to 100 even for Boston.
105-91 for Boston. Denver Nuggets at the Phoenix Suns.
111 to 106 for Denver.
173-143 Phoenix.
Holy shit! Did these guys know that they were allowed to play defense in this game?
Listen to this. Listen to these scores. Listen to this. And this is in regulation. This is regulation. You ready?
Yep.
First quarter, Denver scores 37, Phoenix scores 50. Second quarter, Denver scores 30, Phoenix scores 57. Third quarter, Denver scores 43, Phoenix scores 30. Fourth quarter, Denver scores 33, Phoenix scores 36. I gotta look at some of these stats, man.
Wow.
Like
that could be the biggest scoring game since we've been doing this.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's a fucking wild one. New York Knicks. Game. I gotta look that up online. I'm gonna find that. I want to see that what the deal with that game was. It's gotta be Summers Online, the highlights. New York Knicks at the Sacramento Kings.
106 to 98 for the Knicks.
93-88 Knicks. Houston Rockets at the San Antonio Spurs.
121 to 113 for Houston.
111-110 San Antonio. Golden State Warriors at the Seattle Supersonics.
120 to 114 for Seattle.
117-100 for the Golden State Warriors. I didn't do any like best and worst. The league just started like a week before. There's no point in doing that. NHL. Pittsburgh Penguins at the Boston Bruins.
Let's go 4-1 for Boston.
3-3 tie. Edmonton Oilers at the LA Kings.
5-4 for Edmonton.
7-4 LA. Hartford Whalers at the Minnesota North Stars.
2-0 for Hartford.
3-2 Hartford in overtime. New Jersey Devils at the Montreal Canadiens.
1-1 tie.
3-1 at Montreal. Calgary Flames at New York Islanders.
7-1 for Calgary.
5-1 New York. Philadelphia Flyers at the Quebec Nordiques.
4-2 for Philly.
5-2 Philly. Detroit Red Wings at the St. Louis Blues.
5-3 St. Louis.
6-1 St. Louis. Chicago Blackhawks at the Toronto Maple Leafs.
4-4 tie.
5-1 Chicago. And the Buffalo Sabres at the Washington Capitals.
3-2 for Washington.
4-2 Buffalo. Who is the best team in the NHL at this point?
Is it LA?
It is the New York Rangers.
Oh, wow.
Who is the worst team in the NHL at this point?
Nordiques. What?
Yeah. And they won the cup that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give you this stat. Hold on a second. I'm going to give you the stat. 1 second.
I would have never guessed Edmonton.
I couldn't. When I was doing the research, like, holy shit. They were 2-11.
Huh.
Yeah.
I bet you there was like panic. They must have thought, oh, we don't have Gretzky anymore. We're shit.
Well, they got rid of Gretzky in '88. This was '90. So I mean, he was gone for a couple of years, and they had won it in '88. Did they not?
Yes.
And they won it.
But then he left.
Oh, that's right. He left in the summer, and then '89 Calgary won it, and then '90 they beat Boston in the finals, which is really like crazy. So it must have been some like no one got fired. They kept the coach.
and they beat Boston tonight in overtime.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Okay, music. Singles. I Don't Have the Heart, James Ingram. Giving You the Benefit, Pebbles. Ice Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice. Pray, MC Hammer. And what is the number one single, November 11th, 1990, Andrew?
Is it Janie's Dead Again?
No, Janie had a gun in 1989.
Oh
Janie
shit.
didn't have the gun in 1990. It's Mariah Carey, Love Takes Time. Fuck her. I don't care about that bullshit, sappy fucking shit. I'm not bitter or anything, I swear. Um, albums. Wilson Phillips, self-titled. Wilson Phillips. Mariah Carey, self-titled. Mariah Carey. The Razor's Edge, AC/DC. Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. And what is the number one album, November 11th, 1990?
Is it Mariah Carey's? Whatever it is. Oh,
It is Vanilla Ice. The coolest rapper, man. Eminem has nothing on that motherfucker. Vanilla Ice is the man. I think he says,
nope.
sorry. And you know what I forgot to do? I'm going to get back to it. I forgot to go over the shows of the day.
Oh, right.
So let me just finish this up and then we'll do the shows at the end. Where is my format? There we are. Okay, the movies. Reversal of Fortune is fifth. Sibling Rivalry is fourth. Ghost is 3. Jacob's Ladder is 2. And what is the number one movie, November 11th, 1990?
Is it Home Alone? Oh,
Child's Play 2. And now I'm finally, because we still got to do the shows, but this is TV for the night. And I'm thinking, I'm hitting up. Oh, I screwed up. That's a Saturday. My bad. But whatever. I can't find this. Sunday, I'm not watching shit. I might watch football. I actually might watch football.
Golden Girls.
Well, this is the wrong one. I forgot to switch it out. Originally, it said it was a Saturday, but it's actually a Sunday. And I forgot to switch out the TV stuff. Okay, give me a second. I'll get our TV stuff. Hold on a second. November 11th, 1990. How about do you have any you don't have any Japanese stuff, do you?
No, you gave me the wrong year.
Okay, well, I didn't give the wrong year. It's the website gave the wrong year. That's okay. Give me a second here. Let me go grab our TV. And we'll just take a second here. I just gotta snippet it. And oh my god, look what's on that fucking channel. Let's see here. Here we go. New. Man, Snippet's the best fucking thing ever, brother. I love it. I like computers that aren't slow as shit, which my computer's one of them slow as shit computers. Oh, it's just brutal, dude. It's so bad, man, right now. Like, this thing just moves like dirt. It absolutely moves like dirt. All right, where are we at here? Go back to you. We'll bring up the TV for Sunday. Downloads. Screenshot. All right, it's coming up here. All right, here it is. So this is Sunday. I'm thinking America's Funniest Home Videos, maybe. Life Goes On.
Yeah, Life Goes On, and then In Living Color, but we didn't have Fox.
Yeah.
But if we did, it definitely In Living Color, and then America's Funniest People.
But it's a little tough for me because Unsolved Mysteries is down there, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a toss-up between Unsolved Mysteries and Life Goes On. I like Life Goes On.
And we're getting the next day off school, so that's the big thing. All right, let me jump into 1990. We have some shows. A UWF taping, and this is interesting. This is UWF Herb Abrams. I'm going to read off some of these matches. In Los Angeles, California.
Wait,
Steve
Herb
Williams,
Abrams, 1989?
Or
90, right.
Yeah. Steve Williams defeated Robbie Allen. Bob Orton Jr. defeated Steve DeLeon. Brian Blair defeated Louis Piccoli. Nikita Koloff defeated Spitball Patterson. Paul Orndorff defeated California Grappler. Billy Jack Haynes, well, he's doing this a lot in jail now, defeated Curl De Beers by DQ. Stevie Ray defeated, who I think is a Yokozuna eventually, Ricky Ataki? No, that's not wrong. No, that's my wrong. Kevin Terra defeated Kevin Benjamin. Steve Williams defeated Stephen DeLeon. Paul Orndorff defeated Spitball Patterson. This is TV tape, by the way. AWA World Heavyweight title match. Larry Zbyszko defeated the Bulldozer. I didn't know they were doing AWA matches there.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nikita Koloff defeated Kevin Terra by DQ. Bob Orton defeated Robbie Allen. Another AWA heavyweight title match. Larry Zbyszko defeated Kevin Benjamin.
Wait a second. Was Patera worked in heel?
Well, who's he wrestling again? Cole?
Nikita.
Yeah, but Nikita's probably being a heel, not him.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think Nikita was a babyface until he turned in WCW '91.
So he would have been a heel. So
Yeah.
Matero's not heel. Yeah, Matero's not working heel.
Well, I don't think Nikita was working heel.
I don't know.
Maybe it was a babyface match.
Okay, Colonel De Beers defeats the Bulldozer. The Viking defeats Stephen Leon. Why can't I pronounce his name? David Sammartino and Jay Strong. What?
Do you know who the Viking is?
Isn't it? Fuck, man. Why am I going blank? The Berserker.
Mm-mm. Tony Halm, aka Ludwig Borga.
Oh, okay. David Sammartino and Jay Strongbow defeat Jack Armstrong and Cactus Jack by DQ.
That's a fake Jay Strongbow, you know.
Okay. Stevie Ray defeated Louis Piccoli, and Brian Blair defeated the California Grappler. Average age of wrestler 33.3 years old. WCW Charleston, South Carolina. Alan Iron Eagle versus Buddy Landell. There's no. I'll tell you if I actually get a, result. Mike Rotundo defeated. Mike Rotundo versus Tim Horner. Barry Horowitz versus Norman the Lunatic. Master Blaster Blade versus our boy Tommy Zenk. Bobby Eaton versus Brian Pillman. The Fabulous Freebirds versus Ricky Morton and Tommy Rich. And in the main event for the NWA World Tag Team titles, the Four Horsemen, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson versus Doom. And it does not give me any results for that one. They're also in Knoxville that day. Let's jump and take a look at that. Knoxville, Tennessee. Terry Taylor defeated the Cuban Assassin. Sam Houston defeated Dutch Mantel. L.A. Gonte defeated Bill Irwin. Tom Zenk defeated our boy J.W. Storm. And this is a house show. Nasty Boys versus Terry Taylor and Rick Steiner ended without a winner and a double disqualification. Big Van Vader defeated the Iron Sheik.
Oh, wow.
That's an interesting one.
Well, Vader was worked in tweener at that point, I remember, because sometimes he would work babyface, sometimes he would work heel, completely depend on his opponent.
Junkyard Dog defeated Moondog Rex. Sting and Lex Luger defeated Sid Vicious and Stan Hansen main event. 33.4 years old is the average age of wrestler. And by the way, everybody, I want to pump this page out. This is WrestlingData.com. It's a really good site to look up all results. Mm-hmm. And I'll put it in the description. Definitely take a look at it because it's really good. If you ever have to find stuff. The WWE and WWF, Boston Garden drawing 6,500 people. Tito Santana defeated Boris Zukov. Ted DiBiase defeated Dusty Rhodes. Bret Hart defeated the Honky Tonk Man. Hawk defeated Crush. Jim Duggan defeated Greg the Hammer Valentine. Earthquake defeated Tugboat. And in a 21-man bunkhouse battle royal, Earthquake won, defeating Animal, Axe, Black Demon, Boris Zukov, Bret Hart, Crush, Dino Bravo, Dusty Rhodes, Greg Valentine, Hawk, Honky Tonk Man, Jim Duggan, Jim Neidhart, Roddy Piper, Saba Siba, Ted DiBiase, Tito Santana, Tugboat, Virgil, and the Warlord. So that's the Boston one. They're also in Oakland this day. And then in Oakland, they drew 7,500 people. The British Bulldog defeated Haku. Big Boss Man defeated the Barbarian. Sergeant Slaughter defeated Nikolai Volkov. Tanaka and Mr. Sato? What the fuck?
Akio Sato? Sato?
Okay, they just call it Mr. Sato for some reason. Defeated the Bushwhackers. World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title match. Randy Savage defeated the Ultimate Warrior by countout. IC title match. Texas Tornado defeated Mr. Perfect by DQ. Battle Cat defeated Buddy Rose in the last match of the night. Shawn Michaels and Mary Jane defeated Paul Roma and Hercules, also known as Power and Glory. Average age of wrestler 34.2. I said 2 more to go. Sacramento, California. So they're actually doing 4. In the Arco Arena, 7,450 people. This is the matches. That's the same. Big Boss Man defeated Bobby Heenan in 47 seconds. Let's see if we have anything else here. It's all the same stuff. There's no difference, except for the Bobby Heenan against the Boss Man. And last but least, Wrestling Challenge, November 11th, 1990. Sergeant Slaughter defeated Gary Jackson. Rick Martel defeated Tito Santana by DQ in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Give him some more time than that. That's horrible. Mr. Perfect defeated Mike Shelton. The British Bulldog defeated Pez Watley. And Jimmy Snuka defeated Black Bart. No averages or else on that one. So that is the cards for the day of November 11, 1990. Andrew, how do you feel about them cards? What are you picking?
Pretty underwhelming, actually. They're like, I was just, as you were saying them, I was thinking what would be the show I'd most want to go to, and
I think the Diva tape would be interesting at least. Like there's some weird combinations in there, I think, But I don't know. It's tough, man. Like, what are you getting an idea? What do you go with?
I'm torn between the one that had Doom against the Horsemen and the one with the bunkhouse battle royal, that earthquake one.
Yeah. All right. So that is Abyss to Zenk. Tom Zenk versus J.W. Storm, November 11, 1990. Don't forget, debate podcast is coming out. If one of you pussies would actually step up and be a fucking man and get away from that your little keyboard, my little keyboard, Ryan, talk a bunch of shit. Mom, where's the meatloaf? Where's the meatloaf, Mom? I'm arguing. I'm important, Mom. I'm important. Look at me. I'm important because I have a phone and I type a bunch of shit. Come on. Stop being wimps. Come on the show. We'll be respectful. That's the rule. Respectful, no personal attacks. But you won't because you can't. Because you can't do it where you can't back up what you say. With that being said, I'll bid you a farewell good night from the future Hall of Famer Scotty B and also my lovely co-host, Mr. August Andrew. We'll see you in another episode of Abyss to Zenk.